Start your computations.
Sunday morning, waking up with you. We got no plans, we got nothing to do. You tell me you love me, I go start the coffee. Sunday morning, easy love with you. Okay, okay, okay. I'm your sunshine mixed with a little hurricane. White hot angel with a daredevil's brain. This feeling, I just can't fight it. You know all the ways I like it. My north, you're my south, you're my east, you're my west. When you see me at my worst, try to make me feel my best. This love, we just can't deny it. You know all the ways I like it. You holding me, tangled up in these sheets. Holding you, holding me, easy love.
My mirror lies to me, says I ain't supposed to be the kind of woman that I am. Feel so invisible, standing near miserable. Why don't you hold my hand? What would it take to see a life that ain't make-believe? All truth, no lie. Haven't got no peace of mind. We never thought we'd be living so differently. No lie, made up my mind, I have had enough. Oh, Mr. January, will you arrive wearing your sun?